name's Lorraine, okay?
Yeah.
She said, this is another video that shows how to do upholstered furniture with all the professional items to do this. Why do you people make these tutorials for people who have a screwdriver, a staple, and materials for us? For the life of me, why do you do this? And think that we all this equipment for personal use. I went back to her, I said, Lorraine, all you need is a tape measure and have the phone.
Welcome to another episode of Save My Assets.
Yep, welcome. So we have 3 questions we're going to answer, and the reason why we do this is so much easier to do it in video form than it is sitting there all night.
Trying to type it out and trying to describe what you guys are talking about.
Just explain what I do, don't I?
Yeah.
All night and type this out.
Yeah, I watch
With a glass of wine.
Right.
Swirling back and forth.
I watch just hunt and peck.
Right, hunt and peck. Okay, so the first one is going to be Crystal, and she has a question here. And first of all, it was found under how to fix those flat back cushions.
Right. This is a very popular video because it is a bad problem that persists, basically.
It is. So if you haven't seen that video, please check that one out. But here is Crystal says, I was wondering if there is a more sustainable filling than the poly filling.
Okay.
Thank you for your tutorials. Very well made. Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
That's a really good question because
It is.
polyfill is obviously an oil byproduct.
It is.
So if you're looking for something more natural, we can help you with that.
And it's interesting you're saying sustainable, because if something stays out of the landfill longer, that to me would fall under more of a sustainability category than as far as it being harvested out of nature. So
You got a lot of facets to it because you have it how long it will last in the landfill.
Yes.
Will it actually degrade or not? So that's the sustainable. And also, what's your source? What are you taking it from? Something natural or something that is unnatural? And depending on how you look on it.
Right, so the polyfilling that we all are using primarily, not all of us,
Yes.
but a lot of us, is a oil byproduct, okay? It's basically a poly, or it is a poly. And it doesn't have the ability to last for many years after, obviously, normal use.
Yeah, it gets compacted and you always have to add more to it, hence why it's a common problem.
It's a huge problem, and I wish they'd stop using it, but we're not there. So that being said, that stuff, I think, is lousy when it comes to sustainability.
Right, so...
Because you got to get it out of the ground, the oil out of the ground, you got to make this stuff, and then it never lasts.
And oil is a finite product.
Exactly. So, to your question, yes, you can try...
A few things. First of all, you will always have chickens and geese, so you can always do feather. Feather's a great option. Same thing with polyfill though. After a little while, it'll actually degrade inside the cushion and lose its shape.
Right, so when it comes to feather, there's 2 things to look under. Here's a little trick, okay? Feathers are underneath you, and down is over top of you. Okay, so the down keeps you warm, where the feathers, the actual feather itself, has a coil, springy
Effect to it.
Thank you, Grant. And it gives you a loft.
It has a little bit more of the quill of the feather to it.
Right,
So it's a little bit more rigid.
Yes, exactly. So get more feather than you do down when you're looking for support.
Okay.
But
So that makes
that's
sense.
sustainable.
Yeah, because they do it in different ratios too. You do 95 feather, 5% down, 75% feather, 25% down. It goes down all the way to 100% down, which is nice, but has absolutely no pushback.
Right. So we're assuming this is for your back cushions, and I'm assuming that they're what we call knife edge. Okay? There's no boxing or band on those back cushions. There could be. I don't know. I haven't seen the picture. But we're assuming that's what it is. It's a knife edge. So feathers are a nice application for that. They're not cheap though.
Another one is Kapok filling, which is actually, we looked it up, it's a super soft, silky cotton-like fiber that is sustainably harvested from, it says the rainforest, which doesn't sound that great.
Sounds terrible.
It does, because, huge amounts of rainforest is being cut down every year.
But if it's managed properly, I guess it's okay.
Hopefully
Do
they're
your
doing
research.
it correctly. But yeah, do your research for sustainability. It is natural. How long do you think that would last, though?
I have very little work or experience with K-Puck, but I think it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
What little bit I do know. But one thing you don't want to do, which a lot of factories are doing now, is they're mixing it with polyfill. Not feathers, but polyfill.
Kapok.
K-Puck.
Got it.
And it becomes like a basic big softball.
They also mix Kapok with feathers too, and that's not a good idea either.
No, it's
Both of them cause it to clump together. So for some reason, feather acts like almost like an adhesive. I guess the quills are like weaving the K-puck together.
Yeah.
But
so you know where that's heading, out to the landfill.
Exactly.
So that's not really a sustainable thought there.
so feather, K-puck, no good. Don't mix different types of fill in there. It's not a good idea.
Right. Now you got one more choice. You could do shredded foam.
Exactly.
Okay. Now the reason why this is good is you're thinking, well, foam, that's stupid because that's an oil byproduct, and you're right. That is stupid. But the excess of the foam in these factories, what are they going to do with it? They don't throw it in the trash, which I think is a good idea. Don't throw it in the trash. So they chop it up or they shred it.
Right.
Okay, so it's excess foam that would have ended up in the landfill in the first place. So shredded foam gives you a lot of buoyancy. It will outlast any day, any hour, any week of polyfill. There's no way it's going to completely outperform it.
There's absolutely no comparison at all.
Right, and it's inexpensive. I mean, like as of this date for this particular supplier, which I've already turned the page, I think it was $185 a pound for shredded foam.
I think it might have even been 118.
Well, yours is even better.
So pick which one you like.
Retail me not.
Do it. That's right.
All right.
So those are some sustainable, hopefully to you, how you view sustainable or sustainability. If that is what you're looking for, go ahead. If not, let us know in the comments below and we can try to help.
Yeah, absolutely. So Crystal, we hope we answered your question, and seriously, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so we have another question. This is from Rob. It's actually similar to one we did not that long ago. It says, thanks for the video. You added an inch to the width and depth of the foam measurements. Does that apply to the thickness as well, or does the batting make up the difference? Okay, so that's a great question. It does apply to the thickness. Number one, add an inch to all the dimensions that you have, the width, the depth, and the thickness. That's the first thing. Second thing is, how thick of Decor do you usually use?
Well, I like using an inch minimum on each side. Okay, so I like that. The method that we use in this video, and by the way, you found this on what video? It was,
this is for the replacing the foam. It's this one right here. And it's one of these. It's the replacing of the foam for the seat cushions.
It's just been taken down. Yeah, so just follow the directions there, and to answer your question, make the thickness 1 inch thicker. Go ahead and put the Decor on and keep it the same. Now, I don't want to make things complicated, but it is kind of important that I say this. And I'm not sure you're doing this, but if you're making a cushion from scratch, you know, where you're going to make your own bands and stuff like that, that's where you can start manipulating things differently the way you want to do them.
Right.
Okay?
It's usually best if you're nervous, follow the previous upholsterer.
Do that.
So whatever thickness they did, you can map that out with that. If it hasn't shrunk, because sometimes cushions shrink. So if your cushion, your current cushion that you have fits well, use that as a template.
Right.
And that's a good key. Another thing is too, if you're doing the Decor yourself, we actually offer the services of ordering the foam for you with the Decor pre-cut, so you just throw it inside your actual cover. If you need to cut the Decor yourself and the cushion yourself, have the Decor wrap from the top to the front to the bottom, not on the sides and not on the back.
Nope.
Not on the back for what reason?
Because a zipper always gets caught in it, and you can literally break your zipper. And now you got to take your cushion apart and repair it.
Right, it gets caught when you go or try and close it and open it. So
you don't need it back there.
It's a pain to do, and you don't need it back there. That's called a book wrap for the actual Decor.
Yep.
So hopefully that answered your question. Also, too, the inch. Don't worry about the inch Decor. It's nothing. It just gives that crown. So just do your foam to an inch bigger of your cushion cover all the way around.
Yeah, the Decoron's important because it gives a nice soft feel, gives a bit of a loft, and it also keeps the abrasion down from the fabric to the foam.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's it, Rob.
Hopefully that helps, and let us know in the comments if you have any more questions.
Yeah, thank you for commenting and for watching.
Definitely.
Okay, so our last one here is Joel.
Yep.
Liebman, right?
I think that's how you say it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't even mess with that one.
Oh, well, I already did it. Okay. Hey, Joel, you have a question here. What do you do if the cushion is not square? Okay. Mine has a small section that goes in front of the couch arm, about 6 inches.
That's very common.
That's very common. Okay. So what that is very simple. It just sounds like a half T or an L cushion.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not in the shape of a T, and it looks like an L. Okay.
Very self-explanatory.
Right. So that all you got to do is follow the image that you're going to see here in a moment.
Yeah, we're going to put it up there. This is actually done for ordering the foam. So you measure this to order the foam. You can order the foam through us at videos@urbancastlesolutions.com.
Yep.
And that link is going to be down in the description below.
Yeah, so we can take care of that need for you. Just follow that diagram and you'll be perfectly fine. That's called an L cushion.
Right. There's definitely a lot of variety when it comes to cushions. To give you a few examples, you have the standard square, which we did a video on. You have the tapered cushion, where it actually tapers to the front or to the back, either one. You have the T cushion, and you have the half T or L cushion as well. There's some other ones that it's like rounded off in the back, but those are a little bit more complicated, and usually you need an actual template to make the foam for that. So
That's true.
if you have those 4 different types of cushions, we can still help you with that, or you can do it yourself. But you always need to add, real fast,
No good.
you always still need to add, if you're doing it yourself, that additional inch, even to the little part in front of the arm.
I'm like dozing off here. I'm like, no, go ahead. I'm
Just
enjoying
like,
this
take it
nap
over,
right
son.
now. Right.
But you really do need to add that additional inch, that little section in front of the arm. It still needs to be filled out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that answered your question there, Joel. We really appreciate it, sincerely. And
Wake up, Dad.
hope that made sense. Yeah, I'm getting all tired. I got to eat lunch. All right.
All right.
Perfect.
That's it.
Okay, so that's it. We're all finished.
Yeah.
We hope you answered your questions.
Yeah, we
right
got
on,
Rob.
Spot on.
Exactly. We got Rob. We got Joel.
And we got Crystal.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys so much.
All 3, exactly.
Definitely.
So we hope you enjoyed it. And please, if you would, share with a friend or a family on other platforms as well.
Yep, you can share it on Facebook. That does help. And also, don't forget to always keep commenting, adding
Yes.
more questions in here for us to go ahead and answer them. We want to give you as much detail as possible.
Absolutely. And if you have something that you want to us to do a video on, let us know. Maybe it's like new furniture shopping, because sometimes you just got to get new.
Exactly, how to pick new furniture. It's a
Yeah.
it's a great topic, actually, because there's a lot of trash out there.
Yeah. It's good, yeah.
But in any case, thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and also subscribe.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah.
Hey, before you go, we want you to know how much we value you personally as a viewer. It's because of you that we're doing these videos. We get comments like, excellent job, love the video, helped me out a great deal in my project. But you know the most important one to us is that they love the father and son team.
We have a lot of new content that we want to give you. We have been brainstorming for months on 4 different shows that we want to offer on our channel. The new and improved Save My Assets, the Color Basics, the private courses, and our personal favorite, No Strings Attached. Now, of course, this is going to take a lot of time and dedication on our part, and this is where you come in. If you would please consider donating a small amount on Patreon, the links are at the top right and down in the description below. It will go a long way. As always, thank you guys so much.
We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Name's Lorraine, okay?
Yeah.
She said, this is another video that shows how to do upholstered furniture with all the professional items to do this. Don't you people understand that we don't have the equipment to do professional work that you show us? Why do you people make these tutorials for people who have a screwdriver, a staple, and materials for us? For the life of me, why do you do this? And think that we all this equipment for personal use.
Jeez, man, what a bitter woman.
Yeah, I had a different word for her. And so I
Take it to a professional.
I know.
but listen to what I said to her. I went back to her. I said, Lorraine, all you need is a tape measure and have the phone. I said, Lorraine,
This is legitimate. This is
true.
This is true. What are you saying?
She's a total idiot. I said, all you need is a tape measure and have the foam company cut the foam to the needed size as stated in the video. There's no upholstery tools required to accomplish this task in the video. I would offer you a full refund. However, the information is free and offered out of the goodness of all of us YouTube creators. So please settle down and be more grateful for those who do make videos. I do see your channel and you offer no value to anyone. I said, wow. You know it was written, know this, in the last days people will show themselves to be ungrateful.